By now, it's common knowledge that most teachers are overworked and underpaid, which is why it's also not surprising that 4 out of 5 teachers need to seek some form of side income in their first 5 years of entering the profession. For me, my story is no different. I got a teaching job and also had a few side hustles to keep a good stream of income. And for full transparency, I do have a mortgage, car payment, insurance, most of the average expenses adults are expected to provide for. And after 3 years of balancing a full-time teaching schedule and side jobs, the hustle I decided to pursue further has been in the world of online teaching. For anyone interested in the world of online education, there are several platforms to check out, including this channel, so do make sure that you are subscribed and hit the notification bell to get notified for each and every future video. And also, if you're interested, I did make a video comparing several online teaching websites, including what kind of degrees you need to have, if any, what their application looks like, their pay. I will link that up above in the cards and down below. That video also does come with a free guide, so if you actually want to see how each of these platforms compares, check that out. My online teaching venture started teaching English as a second language through companies like VIP Kid. I did that job solely for about 2.5 years, and then I started looking for companies that allowed me to set my own schedule outside of their designated times that we could be available, and for platforms that let me design my own classes. My current platform of choice is OutSchool. If you've been on this channel, you know I've documented my entire venture from my first application, my first week working with them, my first 50 classes, so on and so forth. I will have a future video showcasing my first year with them when I hit that milestone next month. But as of right now, I have taught over 1,500 students in either one-on-one classes or the group classes that I offer. And because I am coming up on this milestone, I did a little math just to compare my daily income as a classroom teacher versus my part-time daily income as an online teacher. I know I've mentioned this in the video, but in case you're new here, I do teach K through 8, kindergarten through 8th grade, so 9 grades, general music, band, choir, theater, when those are allowed to happen, when this pandemic lifts. But pre-pandemic, I did it for 2 years, and now I am doing it as a pandemic art teacher. But either way, I was very curious. I wanted to know how much I was paid gross before taxes, how much I made after taxes, but also I wanted to throw in how much prep work did I have to do for each, what benefits, if any, did I get. So this is not going to be just a here's the money, here's the numbers game. It's gonna have a little bit more than that. Also, side note, I do have to state that contract agreements in my district do not allow us to discuss exact salary amounts. So, just for the record, I am giving estimates. I repeat, I am giving estimates. This will also make for simpler math and comparison. And lastly, like I mentioned before, I am going to include a side section outlining all of the unpaid time that I do devote to each of these jobs. So without any further ado, let's compare my daily income as a classroom teacher versus my part-time income as an online teacher. To make this comparison as easy as possible, I decided to take the screen, split it in half. You can see I have my in-person income on one side and my online teaching on the other. For in-person teaching, that is a full-time position, meaning it is 40 hours a week, and I teach 8 hours per day. You can now see on the left side of the screen where it says in-person, I put a dash and 8 hours. My daily take-home pay as an in-person classroom teacher is $180 gross. Gross meaning that is my take-home pay before taxes are deducted. As you can see here on the screen, after tax, I take home $135. So gross, $180, after taxes, $35. Now for my online teaching, that is a part-time position right now. I work 2 hours a day and 10 hours a week. Now on this slide, you can see I have the in-person -8 and online -2. This way you can see that I work daily 8 hours in person and 2 hours online. Now taking a quick pause from the chart you saw with online and in person to explain how my online schedule works, I wanted to break it down for you. I do indeed work 2 hours a day. I teach 4 30-minute classes. You can see here I have class 1, class 2, class 3, and Class 4. They are all half-hour classes, and on average, each class has 8 students. There are some weeks they get bumped up to 10, some weeks they go down to 6, but since I've started this schedule back in mid-September of 2020, the average has always remained consistent around 8 students per class. Now, taking that math, you can see I have online 2 hours. I teach 4 30-minute classes with 8 students in each class. 8 students times 4 classes equals 32 students taught per day. The cost of each of my classes remains the same, and students pay me $12.60 per student. Please note that is after OutSchool takes 30%. If they didn't take 30%, obviously it would be higher, but I wanted to make this be very clear right now that after OutSchool's cut, I make $12.60 per student. Plugging that in, 32 students per day, each of them pays me $12.60. That makes my take-home daily pay $403.02 gross. Now, we're going to take that number back into our regular chart. You can see on the right-hand side, $403.02 as my daily gross, and after taxes are deducted, it is $302.04 after tax. Editing Kristen here really quick. I just realized looking at this voiceover that I had some of my numbers incorrect. It should not be $403.02. It's $403.20 and $302.40. Now, I will discuss on the next slide prep work and benefits, but this slide says it all if you came just to see the numbers. In person after taxes, $135 for an 8-hour shift versus $302 after taxes for a 2-hour shift from home. But I did want to play this game fair and show you guys prep work and benefits. You can see I put the income here on the slides right below the numbers, but in person, I do prep work around 45 minutes per day. I am in year 3 of classroom teaching, so I am pretty good at making the most of my time, figuring out what I need. I do teach K through 8. I'm sure I said that in person, and I always use my planned periods. I do not lesson plan outside of school. I did that during year 1. It was absolute torture. I hated it. It was awful. Unpaid time to plan outside of school was my biggest pet peeve, so I made sure I always did it during my planned periods. I also have to state that in my contracted full-time job, I do have benefits and paid time off. If I get sick, I still get paid in my in-person contract job. If I get sick and can't teach my OutSchool classes, I do not have sick leave. I have to cancel the classes and do not receive pay. And last benefit of my in-person is guaranteed salary. I am guaranteed that number every single day. And jumping over to my part-time online work, I prep about 10 minutes a day. I've done these classes for about a year now. I'm also really good at prepping before my first class. I make sure I have enough time to sit down, make sure my computer is ready and charged, everything I need is on my desk, and then I prep to make sure I have everything I need on my slides. Are the assignments passed out? Do I know what I'm doing with my kids? Also worth noting, there are no benefits in online teaching, at least with the company I'm talking about right now, which is OutSchool. In OutSchool's eyes, I am an independent contractor. If I am sick and cannot teach, I do not get paid. If I need to take time off for any reason and cannot teach, I do not get paid. So there are no paid time off benefits. There is also no guarantee of payment or enrolled students. I could make all of these classes. I could be up 24/7 planning and scheduling classes, but if no one signs up for them, I do not get paid. So while I do make more online, there is no guarantee that that income is going to remain consistent at all. With my in-person position, that is a guaranteed position so long as I am in good standing with my contract and my contract has not expired. I expect to see a paycheck every 2 weeks. But prep work and benefits aside, here is what I make in a day of teaching as an online teacher versus a teacher in person. $135 a day for an 8-hour shift and $302 a day for a 2-hour shift. But there it is, you guys. That is my daily income comparison as a full-time classroom teacher versus my part-time online teaching position. Again, that daily income comes from working with OutSchool as my online platform of choice. If you yourself are interested in joining the OutSchool platform and you want somebody to help you through the process, I do have a referral code down below in the description box. Full disclosure, I make no money from the teachers that get into the program. Once every teacher I have helped has been into the program and has earned their first $100 from OutSchool, they send me a one-time referral bonus, but nothing comes from the teachers. I always get asked that question. A lot of people think that online teaching is like an MLM, and if I refer them, they're part of my downline. Not the case at all. I've helped several teachers get onto this platform. Some of them are looking to leave their full-time jobs, some of which are not even in education. I just helped a paralegal get into OutSchool, and she's doing speech and debate right now. So if you are interested and you want someone to help you through the process, go ahead and click my referral link down below. Also, leave me comments down below on what you would like to see in the future. Summer break, thank goodness, is less than a month away. So I'm always looking for what you guys would like to see on this channel. Lastly, thank you guys so much. This channel recently just hit 12,000 subscribers. I did not expect this community to grow in the way that it has, but I am so grateful for each and every one of you. You guys have opened up so many opportunities. So again, thank you so much. Thank you all for checking out this video. Make sure you are subscribed, give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. All right, I'm just gonna come out and say this. Teachers have always had the stereotype of being overworked and underpaid. And something that I have noticed in the past 4 to 6 weeks since starting this career endeavor, people will have their opinions on this, whether or not they have ever spent a day in the classroom. And I do mean big opinions.
You're a teacher? Why?
They could not pay me enough to do that.
You're gonna get sick, like, every week. Do you know what those kids touch? Everything. You're literally going to make no money doing that.
Thank you.